Hi guys. Yesterday I think it was, Ben Habib discussed in a post about his ideas for policies. Okay. Now it just so happens that I know a little bit of HTML. So what I've got here, let me show you. What I've got here, look. All right, is the post of which I speak. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this down to here, because my reading skills are pants. This is quite long. However, there you go. If I put that into this paragraph, what do they call them? Tag, there. Tag, T, here. Right, I'll put it in there, all right. File. Save it. File. Exit that. Then, right, you're on top again. Right, there you go. Get rid of that. Right, and then I'll call it that there, blank.html. Right click on that, open with, I'll do Google Chrome because of the special tool within Google Chrome. All right, I know it looks pants, but I didn't use any style sheets or anything like that. When you know, you know. But what I can do is that, let me my audio source over to my headphones so it doesn't come through some weird echoey thing. There you go, done that. Right. I can do that there. What? Done that. Already done. Yes. Remove. Come on. Allow access to file URL. Yeah, because it's a file, you see.
I am incessantly asked about @advance_arc policies. These are
Well, that doesn't sound correct at all, does it? Oops. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. That's it. Want that. Did you hear that? I want to say something about advanced UC policies. No, no, no. No. So we can make that more English, you see, because we've got more control over it. Because, same as I say, I know a bit of HTML, which is very good actually. If you should learn this, it's very good. Right, and then what I'm going to do, not UC, we don't want to say UC, do we? So we say Y-O-U-K. I'll do. See how that's out there, shall we? Reload. Yeah. Ready?
I am incessantly asked about advance UK policies. These are being worked on by our college at the moment and will be ready in due course. However, so that people are clear on the direction of travel advance would take, here are a few snippets. Repeal very nearly all laws put on our statute books since Blair was PM, including but not limited to the Human Rights Act, the Equality Act, the Climate Change Act. Remove the ECHR from all of the UK, and exit the UNHCR. Ditch Day, Net Zero and the Windsor Framework. Having returned power to Parliament, enforce our borders. Dinghies would be stopped in the Channel. All illegal migrants in the UK and those that overstay visas would be detained and deported to the maximum extent possible. Any of their home countries refusing to cooperate would be sanctioned. End indefinite leave to remain and cease granting British citizenship. Anyone granted ILR under this Labour government will have it revoked, reversing the Boris wave. End benefits for all foreigners. Slash taxes on the working and middle classes. Make it pay to work. Slash benefits for people who can but do not work. Establish tax policies which favour families and responsibly having children. Bonk for Britain. A tax allowance for marriage. A tax allowance for each child and a tax allowance if a spouse stays at home to care for children. Cancel child benefits, which would be replaced by the above. Remove the state from our families. Cease the indoctrination of our children at school. Return our freedoms and freedom of speech. Cancel digital ID. Stop the policing of tweets and have zero tolerance to real crime. There is no such thing as petty crime. That is just for starters.
There you go. I don't think we can have any, you know, my editing was terrible because it said die, DEI, whatever it said. Anyway, just so you know, I'll put that little bit of extra effort in for you. Yes, little match. D E E Y E. Anyway, don't matter now, you've heard it. Yeah. Establish tax policies which favour families and responsibly having children. Want for Britain a tax allowance for marriage, a tax allowance for each child, and a tax allowance if a spouse stays at home to care for children. Cancel all child benefits, which would be replaced by the above. Okay, so I suppose really that still would really be classed as a benefit, be a tax allowance. I suppose it'd be a little bit like my disability living allowance tax, whereby I can actually earn a full-time wage by having a part-time job. Yes, and I'll leave this link in the description. It's Ben Habib from here, yeah. So tomorrow is doing this one.
Do you think Islam is compatible with democracy, or certainly Western democracy, the way we practice them? Are they compatible in any sense?
If you define democracy as holding elections, Muslims will hold elections to come to power, and then they will abolish democracy, and they will say no more elections.
Yeah.
And
so the ultimate destination of Islamism is the end of democracy.
It is the end of democracy. It's the application of Sharia law. It is to say an Islamist does not believe that human beings can make laws. An Islamist wants to apply God's law, Sharia law, as he sees it. And so wherever Islamists take control, that's the first thing that they do. They come in and they say, as of now, you know, when the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, the Taliban in Afghanistan, and in places people don't care about and never look to, but places like Mali, parts of Niger, parts of the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, parts of Somalia, everywhere where when the Islamists come out of Aceh in Indonesia, when they come to power, what they try to do is to apply Islamic law or Sharia law. And they spell that out. They say it. It's one of those really important things where you shouldn't be listening to experts who talk and speak and analyze Islamists. You should listen to the Islamists themselves and what they tell you.
Of course, which is the antithesis of free speech, obviously.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
And free speech is, as we all know, a cornerstone of democracy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so looking forward to that one tomorrow. It's Sunday at 10 a.m. That's the 5th of, the 2nd of this month. So 2nd of November. Yeah, so there's OBS, I found it. Right, my head big again. There you go then, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, I'm after another 7 more subscribers to get to a nice round 100. Yeah, I do try and put these together quite, as regularly as I can. Whenever I see something that's come up in the news and I think you might be interested in it, and if I can make a story from it, then I will do. Right, cheers. Bye.